day of USWA Championship race. Big news for PG-13.
Oh, absolutely. And big news coming up right here today, too. PG-13 winners of the wing titles. They are the wing champions. It is amazing. Let me tell you something even more amazing than that. This is the final day of the tour for the Japanese team, the Masters of the Orient. They've got one chance. We have a title match booked right here in this ring today. They've got one chance to win their titles back. They're out of here, and PG-13 will reign as wing champion.
You got it. They're going to be catching that big bird out tomorrow, and they got one day right here. That's to pick it up, and we've got it right here on this show, but that's not all.
We also have some highlights, some videotape highlights of the match between Jerry Lawler and Wildfire Tommy Rich for the world title. Also, we got folks like Brian Christopher, Tommy Rich, the Eliminators, Doug Dyson, Bart Sawyer, Spellbinder, lots of them right here. But the championship match will kick it off in just a moment.
We're going to be to that championship match coming up right after we take time out for this. USWA Championship Wrestling with our opening bout here today. One fall to the remainder of TV time. For the first time ever, it is the Wing International title match right here today on USWA Wrestling. First introducing the former champion, weighing in at 200 kilograms. Here is July and O'Connor, the Masters of the Orient. And their opponents, the Wing International Tag Team Champions. They get away to the ring area. The combined weight, 397 pounds. From the hill, it's PG-13. One fall to the remainder of TV time for the first time ever. Wing International titles on stake. Kevin Christopher, referee, back to Lance Russell, Dave Brown. Okay, we're looking forward to this one in here because PG-13, I do believe this has got to be a major highlight of their career, Dave, to come through and been able to pull off what has got to be an upset in order to win that Wings Tag Team title.
Yeah, no doubt about it, and they did it in an unusual fashion, in an unusual match in which there were three teams involved. The match went 30-40 minutes, and PG-13, there they are. They ended up winning the Wing Championship, and if they can hang on to it here today, you're right. I suspect that in coming months they're probably going to be looking for a tour of Japan, and that is usually a very lucrative tour when you make that Japanese swing.
You betcha. These two boys, PG-13, they absolutely have always had the confidence, but they've been building with the successes that they've had. What a winning streak they've had going since coming back to the USWA. And O'Connell put down on the mat. Oyaya bounced also by Wolfie D, and out of the ring go the Masters of the Orient. And PG-13, J.C. Ice feeling good. These guys are too much, I gotta say.
No, the Japanese team, the Masters of the Orient, they don't look like they have the same fire they did the first time we saw them. They've got to be in shock. I mean, surely they didn't expect PG-13 to be able to take the titles from them.
You know, and this is certainly not make excuses because they don't need any of that. Their record as a young team proves that they don't need that. But they got to be tired, too.
That's true.
When you come on a tour like this, it's... you hear the ball clubs, when they go out of town, they got a 9-game tour on it. Man, they are so glad to get back and get a little rest. So it's got to be telling on them. In that single leg. Up in the air it comes. Down goes J.C. Ice. Ooh, a little chicken wing spread right there.
And PG-13 suddenly in trouble. Big trouble.
Wolfie hollering to J.C. over there. Get to the corner. Let me help you. Let me help you. Alaya takes him over and down. Comes in from behind with a reverse chin lock. He has him smothered almost into a chokehold. The referee not calling anything on it. These guys are not above choking, I got to tell you that, this young Japanese team. They do wrestle rough. Double-handed right to the side, baby. Ooh. There's a cover. One, and that's all we got. J.C. Ice taking a shot with that broad arm. Masters of the Orient. Realizing, I believe, their last chance. They don't want to go home in embarrassment. Pound down. J.C. waiting now as O'Connell comes in the ring. Hey, goes to Wolfie D. Got to the corner. Didn't cut him off very well at all.
Look at Wolfie D going after both of them. Here's J.C. Ice in to help out. The double backdrop. J.C. heads for the corner to cover by Wolfie D. The referee does not start the count. Look out from across the way.
Coming down, Masters of the Orient averted a pin, but look at J.C. in with a up tap, Dave. Looks like it was. 2, 3, oh, he got it. PG-13. We can't tell you that that's the approved way, but I gotta tell you, it's a winner.
And not only is it a winner, that's it for the Japanese team. They're out of here. They have no more chance on this tour to take the wing title. PG-13, the wing champion.
Congratulations, gentlemen.
Look at it, America. That's right, America, not Japan. America. J.C. Ice and Wolfie D are many, many champions. That's right. Let's look at it, count them. We got 1, we got 2. PG's got it going on, don't they?
Hey, talking about having it going, you guys really do. Since you've been back to the USWA, it's nothing but WWW for wins.
That's right, man. The last time we were in here, PG kind of didn't do things the way we wanted to, not what we were capable of doing, if you understand what I'm saying. This time we're back in here. We got 2 titles. Oh, man.
Okay, guys, wait, whoa. They just finished the match.
First of all, you 2 scrawny little rugs couldn't beat the elimination of fair fight. Because of the promotion has favoritism, you've been beating us with hubcap, salt in the eyes, today hubcap, and you never run anything fair. The aftermath is left PG laying everywhere.
Yeah, well,
I think if you ask these people here, week after week, who's been victorious over these 2 guys? I don't care about these rednecks here. I don't care about this redneck promotion. We're sick and tired of these beating us out of our bouts. We used to be champions. You're a disgrace. You shouldn't be champions of anything, maybe carrying bags. Well, can I tell you what we'll do then, big boy? Put up or shut up. We'll get in and do it right here, right now. Well, come on.
you guys just finished the match. Oh, and the Eliminators run up from behind, jump PG-13. J.C. Ice. Ooh. Dropping Wolfie D straight down on the desk, in the air. J.C. picked up and slammed as the Eliminators, Kronos and Saturn. Oh, come on. Shattered that big wing trophy as Saturn comes over the desk after Wolfie D. Kronos pounding away with that trophy on J.C. Will you guys get somebody out here? Enough! Kronos hammering away on J.C. with that trophy. Wolfie D, here comes Bart Sawyer, Doug Basham, Kevin Christian. Boy, he hit him with that trophy in there about 4 times. And Wolfie, okay, we're going to take time out. We'll be back in just a moment. for the opportunity. I got to say, but that doesn't surprise me because these kids are full of confidence and you just can't hold them back. JC opened his mouth and said, let's jump in the ring and we'll do it right now. Those are things that maybe you learn with a little maturity and age to it.
That's true. Of course, they never made it to the ring. They were jumped by the Eliminators. And the trophy is history. I mean, it was shattered here, but that doesn't mean that the
here and here and here, pieces everywhere. Just absolutely tore it up. Hey, we knew also that there was going to be a heck of a match when we heard Jerry Lawler and Tommy Wildfire Rich were going to be in a unified title match. And, brother, it turned out to be everything that we thought it was going to be.
Boy, it certainly did. And take a look at some of the highlights of that match as they occurred at the Mid-South Coliseum in Memphis, Tennessee. Watch. Well, as you saw, Frank Morrell declared Jerry Lawler to be the winner and still the World Unified Champion. Tommy Rich thought he had it won, but it was not that way at all. Speaking of Tommy Rich, here he is.
Just you and every one of these stinking rednecks out here seeing what happened. I ought to be the Unified World Heavyweight Champion. I had Jerry the King Lawler beat 1, 2, 3. What does Frank Morrell do? It's the big conspiracy. Eddie Marlin, you, Lance, Randy Hales, every one of you did it together. I have Jerry the King Lawler beat. You are the champion. I am the champion. You know what it amounts to? Jerry the King Lawler, former World Heavyweight Champion myself. Jerry the King Lawler never had a haircut. I cut his hair. Who put him out of the wrestling business for 8 weeks? I did. Today, I want to challenge Jerry the King Lawler right now for the Unified World Heavyweight title right here on TV.
Jerry Lawler is not here today. We'll hear from him later on.
He's not here, right?
He's not here today. He's not here.
Don't tell a man. Don't tell a man. Hey.
You know, me and the camel started across the Sahara Desert. There wasn't no water in the sight. The camel died trying, but me, Rich, still was going to be there to do it Monday night. You know what I'm saying? Because I got more love for fighting and fan camp. Ever dreamed of having portion beans, balling, squalling, climbing walls, old-time Jubilee Brian. I still got my belt. You want a belt? You'll get a belt in the mouth, Tommy. I want to shake your hand because I know you are the Unified World Champion. Lawler is scared, Dave Brown. Do you realize that?
You know, for the last 150 years, all of these rednecks and Jerry the King Lawler has been at this TV every stinking Saturday morning. Where's Jerry the King Lawler at today? He's scared. He's a yellow egg sucking dog, and so is every one of these stinking rednecks.
You can call all the names you want, Jerry Lawler.
Brown, I'm talking right now. Don't you interrupt me. All I want is the Unified World Heavyweight title. Jerry the King Lawler, you're scared. You ain't got the guts because you know Wildfire. He floats like a butterfly, singing like a bee. Jerry Lawler, he can't hurt me.
I saw whose hand was raised in the World Championship match that we had just a few minutes ago.
He got knocked down. He come down to help the referee.
Yeah.
Jerry Lawler jumped up and stuck his nose in my business. It's all coming to an end, Dave.
Well, we'll see. Hey, you got a match here right now, Tommy Rich, and your opponent.
You're fixing to see the first example right here. You stand over and smile, Lance Russell. I'll slap that smile off of your face this morning.
You got a match. You head onto the ring right here. We'll hold the belt over here, yeah.
Ryan can't take the belt, and you must be tired of it.
Green Machine dropping the belt over here on the desk for safekeeping. You know, this is a Tommy Rich match, and I sure don't like it when I see Doug Gilbert and Dream Machine around the ring as Tommy is set to go. Let's go to the ring and the introductions. Here's Corey Macklin.
Thank you, Dave. It is 1 ball, 10 minutes in time. Weighing in 205 pounds from Jackson, Tennessee, Tim Sadler. And his opponent at 238 pounds from Atlanta, GA, it is Tommy Wildfire Rich. 1 ball, 10 minutes in time. Back to Lansing Dave.
Okay, we're about ready to go with a match in here, and here's an example of the
What is the example? Example is last week the referee said they were going to call it the way the fans wanted it called. It happened, and Rich is in there griping about it.
Oh, he's not griping, Lance. What you're seeing right here, you can't get Anderson wrestling move right there.
Oh, yeah. Hey, I never said Rich couldn't wrestle. He could wrestle. Oh, quit it.
Do you see this, Lance Russell? What I'm looking at says USWA heavyweight champion. I believe that's the Dream Machine's belt, and after this week, I guarantee you that Tommy Rich will be the undisputed world unified champion, Lance Russell.
Well, you guarantee it. They have to get in there. That's why we have matches. We don't take anybody.
home now, Lance, to Lexington, because me and Doug are just like brothers, and I moved to Lexington, Tennessee.
Oh, I see. Okay, fine. Well, let's get back to the action in the ring. Young Timmy Sadler
Young Jimmy Saturn
is overmatched.
Stamps knocked out of his, you ask me.
All right.
Dave Brown, you see Eddie Morris done put the number 1 contender to Jerry Lawler in the ring with Tommy Rich there. He's going to test this man. He said he's going to test Tommy Rich a little bit, but to me it don't look like a whole lot of a test, Lance Russell.
Down he goes with that big high backdrop, Davey. I think he's a little overmatched.
No, no doubt about it. Timmy Sadler is not the number 1 contender. Timmy is a fine young man and young in the wrestling business, but he's not the number 1 contender for the unified title. And you know, it really burns me to see that it's always 2 against 1, 3 against 1.
Perfect example. Got him outnumbered. You don't need it. He's already got all the experience and everything. Yeah, but you're out there kicking him. Don't say you weren't. We're not blind.
I still say, if you guys are so confident in Tommy Rich's wrestling ability, what are you doing out here? Why not just let him do it on his own?
You're talking about confidence. We have to rent a Lincoln Continental to carry our belts around. What do you mean confident?
Oh, well, take it away and go clean it up. Tommy Rich, the big elbow, put Timmy Sadler down on the deck.
You saw that patent that Tommy Rich elbowed him last
I saw it. He caught him hard. And now I also see him using the ropes in there. You know, that's Doug. You're sitting here, everybody can see it. Look at that. That's ridiculous.
They talk about the CCA. Why don't the referee go ahead and just give the match to Tommy Rich? Now, this guy right here is like a sack of potatoes.
I tell you what, he keeps putting his foot on his throat. The referee is going to just disqualify Tommy Rich, is what he's going to do.
Exactly like I said last week, Lance Russell. You and Dave Brown are with Eddie Marlin, and the officials, y'all are all against us. All Tommy Rich is doing is giving this boy a little rest. Give it to it, Tommy. Give it to it.
He's choking him. He's pulling his hair. Look at that.
Well, I tell you, he's going to get you. If we're all against you, that'll be the first time you've been outnumbered, because you've had everybody outnumbered ever since you came around.
That's just exactly the way we're going to keep it.
I don't know why you used to hound Lawler for. I never called you banana nose.
I got to tell you.
Boy, Tommy
Mama
Rich
said
is
there'd be
great.
days like this.
Great days, huh, Lance Russell?
Yeah. Took him straight up and over.
This is how he beat Harley Race for the NWA World Title right there.
He did do that. Nobody's ever denied it. Hammered him down with a big right hand. Timmy Sadler is 1, 2, history.
Well, it is history. Timmy Sadler gave it all he had, but he just never had a chance here today.
Tonight, the party's over.
Oh, way to go, Green Machine. Rub it in on the young guy here.
Timmy Sadler ends up surviving it, but just as Tommy Rich really went to it. Dave, we got more. We do. Dave. Be back in just a moment.
USWA.
Five before that battle till it's over with that took place at the Mid-South Coliseum of 4th of July in there, where the handcuffs were on one side of the ring and that the team all got handcuffed and it was all over. He had a surprise, all right.
Boy, he sure did. And they continue to play the numbers game. They can't go 1 against 1, 2 against 2, 3 against 3. Always got to have a numbers advantage.
Well, you folks who were at the Coliseum on the 4th, you got a chance to see it. For those of you who weren't, we're going to share it with you. Take a look at some of these highlights coming up out of that 6th man.
The Green Machine handcuff. Brian Christopher is now handcuffed. We got a bell back. Doug Gilbert is now handcuffed. So, it leaves it down to Jerry Lawler and Brian Christopher, or Jerry Lawler and Tommy Rich. Whoever gets handcuffed loses the match, because we have Moonmark 5, Green Machine, Doug Gilbert, and Brian Christopher all handcuffed. Jerry Lawler trying to handcuff Tommy Wildfire Rich. What in the world? What in the world is going on here? Sid Vicious, that is Sid Vicious. Has entered the ring and man alive. What in the world has happened here? Sid Vicious has entered the ring from the back. We had 12. He's man. I don't know what has happened. A situation here where they're handcuffing everybody. Lawler is out. That big 300 pounds. Sid Vicious came in from behind. One of the great national superstars, and he comes in. Sid Vicious, and absolutely a vicious drop. Jerry Lawler's not hungry. Here you go, Daddy. Lawler, when you wake up, you like the rest of these idiots will realize one thing. That you don't run nothing around here anymore. That the man that rules the world, he's here, and he's here to stay.
Boy, you're laughing, just chuckling away. Big surprise.
Big surprise.
Yeah, gotta
Gotta
have a high number, don't you, Tommy?
You know what I'm saying is, I opened this office to Jerry the King Lawler. I know he's a yellow belly coward. He ain't got the guts to show up. You know, all before it's all over, you see them boys handcuffed to the turnbuckles to the rope. We're going to have to carry them all out in pine boxes. And I'm going to start with Lawler today.
Well, he's not here, Tommy.
Oh, yeah, because he's scared of Tommy Rich. No, I ain't hard of him. I know he's scared, that Russell.
He's not scared, and he's going to get you in the ring in there anytime he's around. You know that. This happens to be a day when he is not here.
Yeah, because he's scared of me.
Yeah, you and your army. That's what everybody you got. You always got to have an outnumbered. You get Sid Vicious down there.
That's just a ball-faced lie, left, Russell. Green Machine come down to help me last week. The referee was not there. He come down to help out. Jerry the King Lawler got up and hit him.
Well, you want so much of Lawler. Let's take a listen to what he had to say. He knew you were going to be here. All right, let's look at his tape, and we'll find out. Hello, everybody. I'm Jim Ross. I want to say hello to all the great fans there in Memphis, Tennessee, especially my good pal Lance Russell, here with Jerry the King Lawler. And King, Tommy Rich said he was going to have a big surprise for you. Indeed, he did. It was Sid Vicious.
I understand this Monday night, the Mid-South Coliseum, you will be going one-on-one with Tommy Rich. I was probably going to have to tell you this, but you better be looking over your shoulder. I got a feeling Sid Vicious could be somewhere lurking around the Coliseum. Well, that's exactly what I'm expecting, Jim. You know, surprises are usually supposed to be pleasant. But you're right. Tommy Rich promised me a big surprise, and he delivered. Just as I had Tommy Rich exactly where I thought I wanted him, from behind, from out of the dressing room, appears Sid Vicious. And I'm sure I'm not the first one, and probably won't be the last one, but it was the first time I'd ever been on the receiving end of a guy that's almost 7 feet tall and weighs as much as he does, grabbing you by the throat, lifting you in the air, and then slamming the back of your head down against the mat. And I'm going to tell you right here, it knocked my lights out. But Tommy Rich, I just want to make this short and sweet. It's from you and me again this Monday night. And this Monday night, he's going to be on the other foot. Because I'm telling you right here and now, I got a big surprise for you. And Sid Vicious, I got a personal invitation for you, too. You come on back down to the Mid-South Coliseum, because this Monday, I'll be ready for you. Folks, it's going to be a war this Monday night. Okay, Jim. Hey, surprise. Whoa. Last week,
I'm talking about surprise now.
Okay, we found
But
out.
I want to know what his surprise is.
Well, I'll tell you
It's a goddamn conspiracy. You ain't that bad. That goddamn Howdy Doody. Boy, Eddie Marlin, that's the main one right there.
Hey, you holler.
What you got now? What's he talking about at the time?
Well, Sonny, you didn't tell him your surprise.
Yes, I did.
We'll tell you his.
Well, I want to know what it is.
Did you know your surprise?
Bottom line is Monday night, I'm going to win that unified heavyweight title.
Well, you're going to have a chance to win it. I'll go that far. Oh, look at here.
You fixing to pay some pounds up or what, Eddie Marlin?
Well, I don't know whether you call it a cow or not, but let me tell you something. When you get in the ring with... wait a minute. When you get in the ring with Jerry Lawler, Bob Wire will be stretched all around that ring about 4 threads. You cannot get out, or nobody can get in. So that'll end your surprise.
Wait a minute. What a wrestling match. That ain't no surprise either. You know, you can get hurt real bad with that barbed wire. I've seen one
Right about
about
that.
cows. They touch them all up every time they get out. I ain't beating no barbed wire match anymore. You can't break me.
You hear that?
Tommy, come here a minute. You don't have to be in that barbed wire match. You're right. But when you go back in the back, you change clothes, you pack your suitcase, and you head back to Georgia.
You can't make me leave.
Match your history.
You see how pretty my face is, Eddie Marlin? And I've seen a bunch of them matches, and I know what that barbed wire do. And Jerry Lawler, he is a little nut. You know, so I ain't guys of this.
You'll just be fine. You can either do it or you can leave the territory, and I don't care which one.
See there, Les Russell? It's all a goddamn conspiracy, just like I said from the get-go. Every time I come to this stinking town here, they put me in some kind of gimmick, so I leave. Well, Eddie Marlin, Jerry the King Lawler, I want that unified world heavyweight title, barbed wire or not. I don't like it, but you can bet your sweet baby Jerry the King Lawler, Monday night in Memphis, Tennessee, barbed wire or not, I'm gonna kill you.
Well, just so you show up down there, Tommy, that's exactly what we're looking for.
You gonna get it.
All right, just take it on out of here. Yeah, everything's not going his way until he gets hot and starts sweating at anybody that's standing around, and Eddie Marlin wasn't going to mess with him. It's a match that is going to be on the card, Mr. Dave, and that isn't all that's going to be on it.
Big card. Let's check the whole thing while we're at it. 7:30 is when it all begins. Monday night at the Mid-South Coliseum. Missouri Tiger Jeff Gaylord to be in action against the Spellbinder. Reggie B. Fine goes against the Colorado Kid in a single match. It'll be Bart Sawyer against the legend, Tony Falk. Then you got, $1,000 at stake in this one as Doug Basham. Boy, he has really looked good in the area, but he's going against the tough Spellbinder.
He got an upset win over the Spellbinder, and Spellbinder is livid, buddy. I mean livid.
Well, in this one, the Spellbinder says, I can beat him twice in 10 minutes. Well, he has to do it. He put $1,000 up. $1,000 for the winner, but the Spellbinder will have to beat Doug Basham twice in 10 minutes in order to collect the money. Non-title match, PG-13 will be going against the Eliminators with all the action that you see there, the hubcaps and all of that. And if PG-13 wins, And they're expecting a 5-minute match with Bert Prentice. A non-title match coming up Monday night at the Mid-South Coliseum. Eliminators are not happy that the titles are not at stake. USWA heavyweight title match, Dream Machine, with Doug Gilbert in the corner. Boy, wouldn't you know it, got to have some second man over there. Going against Brian Christopher, and the USWA heavyweight title is at stake. Dream Machine has the belt. He was out here bragging about it a little bit earlier. Brian would like to have it back. He had that one for a long, long time. Then the main event of the night.
Main event of the match is going to be a barbed wire match, regardless of what Wildfire Tommy Rich says. Jerry the King Lawler, Tommy Rich, going to be in there, and it will keep the likes of Sid Vicious out of the ring and keep Tommy Rich and Jerry Lawler inside the ring. That, my friend, is what you call a major wrestling card. It will all be at the Mid-South Coliseum Monday night. 7:30 is going to be the bell time, and I know it's one you're going to want to be there to see.
Absolutely. Could be all kind of action. Speaking of which, we got some of that coming up. Brian Christopher is scheduled in the ring when we return.
You better take time out and get back for it.
Comes Brian Christopher.
Hello, Brian. We're talking about the match, the fact that the Dream has the title, and you'd love to have it back.
What's up, Dave? You know, you said it all right there, Dave. I would love to have that title back. Everybody's been asking me everywhere I go. You know, ever since I started wrestling, I've been a champion. And I consider that USWA heavyweight title my belt. Because I beat a lot of tough people to become the champion. I beat a lot of tough people in defending that belt. Such names as Tom Pritchard, Hanson Jimmy Valiant, Chris Adams, Jeff Jarrett, Joe Gilbert, you know, the list goes on and on. I beat them all. But the Dream Machine currently is wearing my belt around his waist. And you know, normally you're supposed to get a return title defense the week after, the very next week. But the Dream Machine came out and he said that somebody took a baseball bat and they busted him in the ribs and broke 3 of his ribs. Well, Dream Machine, not only do I think, but I know that that's nothing but a lie. You've been lying ever since you took my belt, and that's the only way that he has been able to keep it, because he hadn't defended it. You know, it's been 30 days. He knew that I was going to beat him the very next week and take back my belt, but he came up with this big, coward's way out. The Dream Machine, the 30 days is up. And that means you've got to put the title on the line this week. And believe me, there's not going to be any running, and there's not going to be any hiding. Because when I get my hands on you, and then I'm through with you, you'll be looking at the next USWA heavyweight champion, baby.
I think you fans are understanding exactly what he's saying. I think a lot of folks will agree that Brian certainly has a better than average chance by a long shot in taking that belt back from the Dream Machine. He's got a match scheduled right now for the official introduction. Here's Corey Macklin.
Thank you, Dave Brown. 1 ball, 10 minutes in time. First introducing 260 pounds from Glen Allen, Virginia. Here is Leon Brown. And his opponent, 222 pounds from Memphis, Tennessee. Here's Sexy Brian Christopher. 1 ball, 10 minutes. Kevin Christian is referee. Back to you, Lance.
Okay, Corey, this could be a good one, and the reason I say that, I have been interestingly impressed with Leon Down.
I have too, and now here's the Dream Machine out here. What are you doing out here?
Ball winning that belt slimming, man. He's out here crying the blues. Man, and what he's saying will bring tears to a glass eye. Brian, you're not going to win this belt. There's no way, man.
Well, what he says is true, is that for whatever reason, you have refused to defend the belt, but now the 30 days is up, and you got to put it on the line.
You know my ribs are broken. Him and Lawler did take a ball down on me on the other state 40 and break both of my ribs. And at the time he went to Doug Gilbert, I'd been in bad shape. I would have been on 3 straps like Leon. Now look at him now. Look at him up there. What's sexy about him? You're out here. He acts to me like he's slightly retarded. I mean, look at that. Now, what's so funny about that?
if I did that, you would have some smart remarks to say about that, wouldn't you, Lance?
Oh, no.
What's wrong with him? He looks like an idiot. What's that mean?
That happens to be a mannerism of his.
Hey, look at him. He wants to champion. He wants to take this belt. He got out here and told all the Memphis that he feels like that belt belongs to him. This belt right here, well, I feel like it belongs to me.
Well, it does right now.
Why would I be scared of him? He's not going to win the belt Monday night. He's not going to win it Tuesday night. He's not never going to win it.
Well, you've been wrestling for a week or 10 days after the so-called rib injury. How come you haven't defended it against him if you're not scared of it?
You know, I've always wanted to be a commentator. You know, this is really an easy job, but they pay you for this.
I notice you're not answering the question.
Yeah. Just conveniently skated by that one, Mr. Green.
You got to answer that. Oh, you want me now? He's out here talking. Oh, big shot. You can't even beat Leon Downs, Mr. Fuster. Hey, what are you talking about? You want me?
Leon Downs, Brian Christopher in the middle of a single match here. Referee Kevin Christian and our uninvited guest commentator, the Dream Machine. And a big backdrop to see him take him up.
You think you can do that to me? You think you can do that to me? Oh, look at it. See, that shows how stupid he is. He turned his back on Leon Downs.
Well, it shows why you shouldn't be out here. This man should be able to concentrate on his match.
I'm with you, Dave. I want to spend some time with you. That belt is mine, and I'm leaving it right there. He's not going to win the belt, like I said. You know, he's chancing a slim and nut.
Knee from Leon Downs takes Brian Christopher on a scoop. Slam right in behind it with a big elbow following behind. Downs got it going right now.
Make it down there Monday.
Wait, I wouldn't hold my breath.
Hey, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Saturday, it doesn't matter. You just show up.
It's something like that. You got to answer for everything, man. You're the wrestling about 9 million each other.
Whipping reversal coming off the rope. Leapfrog. Brian Christopher.
Was that legal?
Certainly, it was legal.
Oh, look at him now. He's trying to break bad. Let me tell you something, boy. This is because your breath smell like sugar. It ain't no sign you tolerant. Oh, you want me in here?
Leon Downs again coming up, and that's
Leon's doing a pretty good job, isn't he, huh?
Well, I'll tell you one thing, sure don't. Whoa! Hey, boy! What's the leg?
All right. Next in line, Dream Machine.
You want it? Come and get it. Hey, you're catching. Hey, you want the spot, boy? I did say boy, not Leroy. You think you're tough. I told you to close your breath smell like sugar. It ain't no sign you tolerant. I'll tell you what's going to be what you coming here right now. Oh, that shows the stupid again. He's issuing a challenge to me and knowing that he's here without Jerry Lawler. So what does that show? He's stupid.
Either accept it or don't accept it.
Unlike you, he wrestles 1 against 1.
I don't want to spoil the people's fun Monday night. I want to wait and give you a challenge shot fair and square. I don't want to run anything about it. But if you want this, that's what I thought tonight.
Brian Christopher called it down, and look, he turns his back, and that's the cue for the Dream Machine to hit flying into the ring. There's Christopher from behind, standing there, toe-to-toe, flying off. As the Dream Machine, tough guy, we don't deny that, but he has to take an advantage of catching from behind, and Christopher caught him straight over with a big right hand.
Doug Gilbert, it's 2 against 1. Somehow you had to know it was going to be an outnumbered situation when Dream Machine jumped in there. Doug Gilbert obviously watching the situation on monitors in the dressing area, comes flying in here, and now it's Doug and the Dream Machine against Brian Christopher, and the belt's not at stake. This is after a match which Brian had already won against somebody else.
Holding him is Doug Gilbert. Dream Machine pitching a shutout as he hammered away with left and right to the midsection. Gilbert now takes his turn, slams the head of Christopher into the top. Oh, look at this. It's even. It's more than even. It's Bulldog spot, and boom! The big board busted over the head of the Dream Machine. Brian picks up the garbage can and nails Doug Gilbert with him. Look out, they're coming this way. Trash cans and building material. Christopher nails Doug Gilbert with a big old garbage can. He has just destroyed not only Doug Gilbert, his wrist.
3-on-2. Swing the odds back. One more time. Look at this. Oh! Gilbert trying to get Christopher. Christopher ducks. Gilbert nails Rich right on the head with that trash can. Moondog Spot holding down the Dream Machine, and who is this?
Scott Bowden jumped Brian Christopher from behind. He handed something to Doug Gilbert on his way out. Doug Gilbert is protecting what? Oh, look out, he's got a bottle. He
slammed him right straight in the head. Get some of it. Now it's gone too far out here now. Come on, get these guys. Boy, I tell you what you ought to do is grab that son of a gun right there and head him down to the...
good. Get some help out here for Brian. Wait, stay right there, Brian.
Yeah, busted his head. Caught him right here. Come on.
We're not going to hurt him. We just get him some help out here. Get him some help out here, Moondog. Hey, it's okay. It's okay, Spot.
Okay, we're going to take time. He's got you a cut right on the battle.
We'll be back. Racing here with Scott Bowden. Again, it's that outnumbered situation, and now they got Scott Bowden out here, passes a Coke bottle to Doug Gilbert, who then comes over and nails Brian Christopher.
We haven't seen him around for a while, and it was nice that way.
Yeah.
Scott Bowden talking about. Comes back and takes that bottle and slams it right down on his head.
Meanwhile, Steel Pipe was entered into a match here a few days ago, too. Coco Beware was going against Reggie B. Fine.
Yeah, let's take a look. You remember that match that Coco and Reggie had stolen Frankie and all of this? Coco had all he was going to have. I don't know that I'd approve of this way of settling things, but it was one way. Take a look at this.
He's shown a blow, but Coco has absolutely lost his mind. Choking him. He made strong comments to Reggie that he better bring him third, and we need some help out here as he has that pipe around the throat. Oh, my goodness, we need help. The referee, Kevin Christian, pulled off. A desperate situation. He's pulling him off, trying to get Coco who has that pipe wrapped around the throat of Reggie B. Fine. Here at the Mid-South Coliseum, the referee is finally caught himself. Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, it turned out to be a very nasty situation, as a matter of fact. And, you know, we don't condone it. But by the same token, I can't say that when you have something, a pet that has been with Coco as long as Frankie has, and what Reggie did in there, we don't condone it. I'm not saying that you come out there with that look on your face in there. I'm not condoning iron pipes or anything else. As a matter of fact, they ended up suspending Coco Beware, and you won't see him out here today, that's for a fact. But you're the one that aggravated it by taking Frankie out.
You know what, man? I used to like you, man. I used to like you, but you like Coco. That fool tried to kill me, man.
Hey, I tell you, I wasn't approving of using an iron pipe or anything like that, but you're the one that started the whole thing off by taking Frankie away.
Hey, man, let me tell you one thing, man. I don't want him suspended, man. Tell that to mind him. I'm the one mad now. You know what? That fool who stole my coat, man. The fool who stole Superfly. Superfly is missing.
Well, you don't have to worry about him being around because he was suspended after
I want him lifted. Hey, boy, it ain't over with, Coco. I don't care where you at, punk. You can be up in New York. You can be in Sutherfield. I don't care where you at. I want him. I ain't no punk. It ain't over with that, brother. You don't do me like you don't try to kill me, man. I ain't no punk.
You're asking for more, huh?
I want that punk right now. You need to go get him. Right now. Go get him right now.
I can't go get him. He's suspended.
I tell you what, if it weren't for the Eliminators last week, that fool would have killed me, man.
Well, they did come in Johnny on the spot, as a matter of fact, but you were in bad shape and headed into work. Saturn and Kronos, the Eliminators.
Hey, PG-13, listen, we're going to give you a chance, you little runt. Big Boy was bigger than you on the day he was born. We're going to give you a chance to get away from the being of your life, because the next time we see you, you're going to the hospital. You can bring them belts out here today and give them back to us, and we'll let you live. Otherwise, we're going to put a hurt on you. There ain't nothing going to take it off.
Well, I can tell you what you did today, taking that trophy and pounding it, breaking it up, and then trying to cram it right down the back of his neck and right on his throat.
What we did today, Lance, is just the beginning. Hard times in the land of plenty for PG-13. That's what it is.
Why don't you try it in wrestling instead of trying to kill somebody
Talk to
else?
me about wrestling. I've been hit with hubcaps, salt thrown in my eyes for this redneck promotion. Got favoritism for these little geeks. Together they weigh 150 pounds.
Okay, you got a match up there right now. Why don't you get to it? Let's go up to Corey.
Now, Corey's got to get out of there. As the Eliminators jump their opponents, Tracy Mooney and Eddie Gibbons. Oh, my goodness, look at that. Those guys, they are tough, they are rugged. They're also mean.
They double off me, these guys. I tell you, it just seems to have escalated. The action has just gotten totally out of hand with guys like these Eliminators. And they're in there now, pounding away. They're
working on Mooney and Gibbons, and it looks like a long day already for Gibbons and Mooney as the Eliminators are just keeping things tied up.
Ooh, double shoulder, and it doesn't take but one of those shoulders of Cronus or Saturn in order to put a man down. They ended up doubling on him. And look at here. Whoa, what do you think of a guy that big, Dave?
I know. That's what is so disgusting to have guys with this kind of talent and come in with the actions and the attitude that they have. And maybe it's some of the people they hang out with. I'm thinking Bert Prentice and others. That they might have learned some of that from. As a joke, he doesn't need to do that, for heaven's sake. He's just trying to hurt somebody. He is probably also trying to send a message to PG-13.
They got their nose out of joint with PG-13 when those a drop kick by Saturn while he was being held up 1, 2, 3, and that's going to be it. I got to tell you, while not condoned, an impressive win for the Eliminators, and these guys, you better believe you haven't heard all there is to hear about them, because they've got a lot of it going. Hey, he spikes him on a pile driver. I'd take that away from it, a win away from it, and everything else. Illegal moves, among other things, inside the ring.
Yep. That close to disqualification. If he had made another move, the referee might have taken the match away from him. Gibbons and Mooney head on out of here, though, as the Eliminators finally head for the dressing room.
You called it right. They're sending out a message to PG-13. PG-13 somehow doesn't hear messages like that. They may be ready to get back at it. Okay, we got more. We'll be back with it just more.
In a moment, Tennessee, at the LaGrange Moscow Elementary School, you see the crowd there. The Birdman, Coco Beware, mascot, and he's scheduled to be there. I don't know whether Coco is still going to be there or not due to his suspension, but he is scheduled to be in Moscow, Tennessee tonight. There at the elementary school, along with King Cobra, Ken Wayne, Reggie B. Fine scheduled to be there as well, Spike Huber, and many, many more. Colorado Kid ladies match all in Moscow, Tennessee, as USWA hits the road tonight, 8 o'clock at the LaGrange Moscow Elementary School. 8 p.m. is bell time tonight. And wrestling in Barville, Arkansas, coming up Friday, July 15th, 8 p.m. in Barville, Arkansas. National Guard Armory on Division Street. It's been over a couple of months since the USWA has been in Barville. Back and forth coming up Friday night. The team, Jerry Lawler, will be in Barville, Arkansas. PG-13, Brian Christopher, also Wildfire, Tommy Rich, Rangers, Doc Gilbert, all scheduled to be in Barville, Arkansas. A big night of wrestling in Barville, Friday, July 15th, 8 o'clock at the Armory there. Friday, July 22nd, 8 p.m. Belltown, Westport, Mississippi, there to Mary Holmes College. You'll see King Cobra on that card. Tony Williams, ladies match. Masters Sarah as well. Many, many more. Ken Wayne, all in Westport, Mississippi. Friday, July 22nd, 8 p.m. Belltown. And coming soon, USWA Championship Wrestling in Jonesboro, Arkansas, Hillbilly Community Center. And in La Pancha, Arkansas, at the East County High School. That is USWA
championship wrestling on tour, maybe like being there, seeing it live when it comes to your hometown. You're going to see it live. Don't forget about Monday night, Mid-South Coliseum. Boy, it's going to be a well of a night. Barbed wire match. Jerry the King Lawler, Wildfire, Tommy Rich fighting it out in there Monday night at the Coliseum. Want to get your tickets early so you can be right down there for more USWA Championship after that. I understand that Brian Christian is here this way. I saw him at Brian. Want to say something here? Here we go. Boy, what's that?
Boys, what I want to do is I want to get Eddie Marlin out here right now.
Eddie, you back in the back listening? You okay?
Come on out here, Eddie Marlin.
Eddie Marlin is Eddie's watching us. Want to get Eddie out here.
Here he comes.
Here he is. Eddie.
Mr. Marlin, now I haven't asked you for much, but there's one thing that I want, and there's one thing I better get. This coming Monday night, what I want you to do is I want you to add a match. I want you to add a match, put that Joe Gibbon in there, put that Tommy Rich in there, and put the Dream Machine in there. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to get on the phone, and I'm going to call a manager, and I'm going to get another Moon Dog, and I'm going to bring this Moon Dog with me, and put me in there. Let's make it 3-on-3. Can you do that for me? Can you add that match? 3-on-3. Anything goes. A Moon Dog match. Anything goes. Say what?
When you say a Moon Dog match, you know that's a very dangerous match, because anything can go. You need to hit the board.
That's what I want.
That's what you want, brother. It's fine with me.
You heard me. So I got it. It's Monday night.
Down the match.
Let's have the match. Boys, Joe Gillis, Rich, Machine, you want to bring a couple of bottles out here and first get over my head? You put my elbow, put my back, busting my head wide open. Well, I'm telling you one thing. You got two Moon Dogs in there, and then you got Brown Kicker alongside of them. Moon Dog rules. Anything goes. We'll bring the bottles. We'll bring the boards. We'll bring the trash cans. Boys, you're going to be ours. It's going to be payback time.
Well, you heard it from Brian Christopher. Yeah, Brian, get, hey, come on. Let's take a break. We'll be back. More wrestling action. Take a break. We're back.
The last couple of days, and there's several reports of funnel clouds being received from around St. Francis County, Arkansas, in the last hour or so. National Weather Service has put out a statement. There's no tornado warning, but what will happen, a lot of times we have them in the wintertime called cold air funnels, and I think this is a situation where the air aloft is so cold the air starts to spin. Generally, these things do not touch down. It is not impossible that one would, but anyway, some, for lack of a better term, cold air funnels reported over St. Francis County, Arkansas. Weather Service is watching the situation, but at this point there are no warnings, and there's no watch in effect for the mid-south.
And that new equipment and all that you're all using is unbelievable.
Yeah.
Stuff that can detect them.
And of course, we have our Insulate 5, so if there is a warning issue, it'll be on the air instantly. You'll know it as soon as it takes you.
Good to know. By golly, we got a warning for you. Look out Monday night. We just had one more bout added to that card, and it is going to be a sensational night of action. If that's the kind of action you like, you got it, my friend. 7:30 is the bell time. That's going to be at the Mid-South Coliseum, opening up with Jeff Gaylord and the Spellbinder. That right off the bat is going to be a doggone good card, or match in itself. Reggie B. Fine against the Colorado Kid, Bart Sawyer and Tony Falk, and then an extra special one that Spellbinder is going to be involved in.
Yeah, Spellbinder surprised by Doug Basham. I think most Mid-South fans were pleasantly surprised as Doug Basham came into the area and saw how he handled himself. And now the Spellbinder says, hey, I can beat him twice in 10 minutes. Well, there's $1,000 at stake. In order to win it, Spellbinder will have to beat him twice in 10 minutes.
Yeah, good luck on that one. And then will come a non-title bout that'll have PG-13 going against the Eliminators, and this match was scheduled in before today's action. And after what the Eliminators did to PG-13 out here, busting up their very, very proud winged trophy that indicated that they had just won the bout against the Masters of the Orient, PG-13 is going to be looking for them, and if they do, they're going to get 5 minutes with Bert Prentice. I think what they really would like to do is line up the Eliminators and get 5 minutes with hubcaps on their heads.
I think Bert Prentice may have been the focus until what happened today with the Eliminators, but now I think they just want to beat up the Eliminators in this non-title match. USWA heavyweight title as the Green Machine with Doug Gilbert over in the corner. I don't like that at all. We'll be going against Brian Christopher. Brian has had a rough day here today. This heavyweight title is something that he considers his. He had the belt for so long. He would like to get the title back from the Green Machine.
One that Wildfire Johnny Rich is not all that crazy about is a match with Jerry the King Lawler. He likes that part of it. But the stipulation is the ring will be enclosed in barbed wire, and that means that somebody is going to have to take very good care. In addition to that, there is an added.
What is your problem? What's Eddie Marlin's problem? What's all these people's problem?
You want to be in there with Lawler, be in there with a barbed wire. Dave Taylor.
Yes, indeed. You got the barbed wire coming up in one of those matches, and you also got the added match. All three of you are going to come back, and what's Scott Bowden doing here to go against Billy Moondog?
Christopher, you're mad. You're going to bring in a third Moondog, a second Moondog. It don't matter. We got beer bottles. We got chains. We got tears. It don't matter. We got garbage cans. You think you're bloody now, Brown? You won't be bloody nothing what you are Monday night. Right there, you said you got another bottle, brother. You know what, Dave Brown? Everybody talk about pain. You see, you've never been introduced to pain. I'm the pain master. I might have 5 bottles. I might have 10 bottles. But when they hit your head and you go to the floor and blood starts rolling, none of these fans can say, go, Brown, go, and you hop up. Because you're not Superman and you don't miss your favorite set. You don't get 10 Moondogs. What I have put together is the most awesome, dangerous team in professional wrestling. And what I just told you about this one, I'm going to unleash wildfire on you and tell it, Tommy, after the battle, what's going to happen. You know what the match said, Dave Brown? The big conspiracy, Eddie Marlin. You have Dave Brown, Lex Russell, all these stupid rednecks out here. Y'all trying to get us in a match to get us home. Well, Monday night in Memphis, all I got to say, Eddie Marlin, USWA, whatever happens at the Coliseum, USWA, and all these stinking rednecks have brought it all over yourself. Monday night, the Moondog, Brian Christopher, Joe the King Lawler, you ever one going out the stinking pound box. And remember, Dave Brown, the 2 words that count, E-C-Go. And just remember, Dave Brown, I'm going to finish the job this Monday night.
Anything goes for either team, Scott Bowden.
Have you missed me, Dave Brown?
And it's been a very happy miss, let me tell you.
Sick to my stomach. I was sitting there on hurt, and you and Lance Russell were grinning from ear to ear. I thought Lance thought people were going to flop out here grinning so big. Let me tell you something, Brian Christopher, Jerry Lawler. I'm like a bad cripple that won't go away. I'm sure Brian Christopher knows what I'm talking about with all that acne all over his face. Let me tell you something, Brian Christopher. Wait, he got blood on my shirt. Can you believe that? I can't believe it. But let me tell you something, Brian Christopher. You're going to be so bloody, so hurt Monday night. This is going to be like a picnic compared to Monday night. You can't pin this man if he was lying in a coma. He's going to keep you a lesson in pain Monday night.
Well, we'll find out. Remember, anything goes for either team. Monday at the Coliseum. We'll be back.
The only thing I can tell you is I'm sorry, but that didn't do a whole lot of good to restore a very coveted trophy that you won for winning the Wings title, Wolfie.
Well, I tell you, things are going a little too far. They're destroying things that mean something to us. They're not hurting us physically. Well, I think they are hurting us physically. But now they're trying to take away all the things that we've worked hard for. We had 2 titles here. Probably the biggest point in our career is right here and now. May destroy this. How's it going to look on PG-13 now when the Japanese office calls and says, are we ready to defend these titles? And then we have to explain to them that, well, we don't have it anymore.
Maybe you can beat up on the Eliminators and mount them on a thing and send that trophy over.
Russell? JC. I'm really kicked off right now, but I tell you, I think all these people right here know. I think Dave Brown knows. I think you know. But Eliminators, I don't think you know, boys. And I'm fixing to tell you. For 15 years, man, you want to talk about little and small and runt and how big your arms are? Let me tell you something, man. For 15 years, a guy about this tall, 5'7", 207 pounds, came out on this television every single week and put up with big, muscle-headed clowns like you. But for 15 years, every week, he was right back here, whether he got it off or he gave it off. And the man I'm talking about, boys, is Bill Superstar Dundee. And see, what you don't know is J.C. Ice and Wolfie D grew up running the streets, running wild. But believe me, we got TV and we watch wrestling. And we watched Bill Dundee beat up the big men like Joe LeDuc, like the Moondogs, the Randy Savages, the Hulk Hogan. The list goes on and on, because when you're Bill Dundee, you're the smallest man in the wrestling world. Well, now, I'm going to tell you something, boys. J.C. Ice, his real name is Jamie Dundee. And let me tell you something. When you get up in a Dundee face and you start making fun of how little we are, let me tell you something. Wolfie D wasn't born a Dundee, but he was raised a Dundee, pal, because he grew up with me. And me and him used to beat up all the big kids in the neighborhood. And see, the good Lord just forgot to tell Bill Dundee and PG-13 that we weren't 6'8", 335 pounds. So this week, boys, from the bottom of my heart, I don't care if titles are online, $10,000, $1 million. This is personal now, boys, because you're making fun of me and my family when you talk about little. And I'll be darned if any son of Superstar Bill Dundee is going to let two clowns like you walk into this company and try to take away what we built for 15 years. And that's a reputation of being small, but being bad. So I'll see you this week, boys.
Now you can have the stars of the USWA in your hometown. It's America's #1 fundraiser, USWA Wrestling. The stars, the action, the excitement, USWA Wrestling. For more information on how you can raise money for your organization, write the USWA, Post Office Box 1783, Hendersonville, Tennessee, 37077, or call 615-824-8523. USWA Wrestling, America's #1 fundraiser.
Well, we're back where you started.
I'm not saying you're wise, but if you are wise at all, you listen to what he's saying out there. Look out for these guys. They're a long way from being done. Boy, we got action coming up.
You are definitely right about that, Lance. It is for the inspiration of our time, too. Right here today on USWA Championship Wrestling. Tag team action, making our way to the ring area at a combined weight 535 pounds. There is a new spellbinder. And his partner from every woman's dream, Ricky B. Bond. Their opponent, going to come out and weigh 440 pounds. First introducing from Louisville, Kentucky, the All-American Doug Basham. And his partner from Portland, Oregon, at 225 pounds, Buck Sawyer. One ball to the expiration of our time here on USWA Championship Wrestling. Back to Lance Russell, Dave Brown.
Hey, I hadn't appreciated it before. I just realized that shirt that Reggie has on in there, Dave.
No, or hat on. Yeah.
This guy is something else, and has himself introduced as being from every woman's dream. Yeah, I don't know about that.
Hey, last week, I believe it was, we saw Doug Basham for the first time. We were mightily impressed with him. He is from up around the Louisville, Kentucky area. He is related to Danny Davis, and I think most of the wrestling fans know the Nightmare, Danny Davis, and we were very impressed with his first match right here on television.
He has looked mighty good. He's got himself a good partner here today, too, and Bart Sawyer. I think longtime USWA fans will remember Bart. He's a former champion out of the Pacific Northwest who has been in the USWA before. We're glad to have him back here today. And as a partner with the All-American, they could turn out to be a great tag team. Let's watch them work.
Spellbinder has had a match with Doug Basham, and I think he really kind of took him lightly because the Spellbinder, a big, muscular guy, went in there with Basham, whose main ingredient is speed and guts, and he upset the Spellbinder.
the Spellbinder hadn't gotten over that one yet.
Yeah, I know he's upset about it, but the Spellbinder has sort of a deliberate style of wrestling.
Yes,
Somebody like Boston who's quick like he is, boy, he can really take advantage of that, and obviously he did.
That's a good point. Very good point. And that's interesting how styles sometimes will make the match, and things that you don't think can happen do happen. It is just a situation like PG-13 and the Eliminators. The Eliminators make all the fun about how little PG-13 is, but they say, here's cover one, and Reggie kicks him out at the count of one. And a big tip out from Doug Bass, and Eliminators make fun of how small they are, but you see who's got the belt around their waist.
That's exactly right. Say, Reggie has got to be feeling a little sad right about now. He ran into Coco Beware, and as you pointed out, Coco used a blow, which we don't like, but anyway, it slowed Reggie down a bit. I don't know how much, but he doesn't seem to have the same cockiness that he normally does.
Boy, look at that. Okay, time is up, Dave. We don't have...
Yeah, this is an expiration of time, Matt.
Call it. Time's up. We're out of time, Kevin. Yeah. Not. Hey.
We got to take a break. We'll be back.